Hey guys, this is Joe Theo with Vid Authority. Today's video I think is going to be incredibly important, and I really encourage you to watch the whole thing. I'm not just saying that because I want you to watch the video, but I genuinely think this is going to help you not just on YouTube, but in life in general. And I'm being serious. In this video, I want to go over a mindset that I think is required if you want to have any type of success on YouTube or just in life in general. Because being successful on YouTube is so much more than just making videos and uploading. It's all about mindset as well, so I really want to go over it. Now, the concept I'm going to talk about in this video, I guess you could kind of describe it as holding yourself accountable for the results you achieve. I just see so many people on YouTube who blame their failures or lack of success on external factors. For example, on YouTube, someone will say, oh, well, YouTube just doesn't care about small channels. They only promote the big channels. Stuff like that, and it's, you know what, that's just such a toxic mindset. I guarantee you, those people are not going to be successful on YouTube. I'm going to get into why and what you should be thinking like if you want to have any success in YouTube and life. I'm not kidding, this is going to be helpful in every part of your life because I know it has for me. And you know what? If you don't agree with something I say, that's totally fine. You can just take whatever you want from the video. I just want you to at least hear it out. The mindset I'm going to argue you should have, this might sound weird, but I think you need to be blaming yourself for all your failures, all your lack of success, all your success as well. I would guarantee you that pretty much every successful person thinks like this. If I'm not where I want to be, if I haven't achieved what I want, what am I not doing enough? What haven't I done? If I'm not where I want to be, then it's my fault. And just because you take responsibility for your lack of success doesn't mean that you need to accept it. It just means that you need to do something to fix it. For example, if I make a video and it doesn't get a lot of views, and I think it's great, but other people don't like it, I don't think, oh, I guess no one likes the video. I think, what did I not do enough in that video? What do I need to do next time? Now, let me elaborate on this whole idea. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking at this point, why would I take responsibility for everything if not everything is under my control? Well, here's the thing. You have so much more control over your environment and your situation than you think and what you're willing to admit. Pretty much anything is possible if you really set your mind to it and commit to it and work at it. And a lot of people are not willing to admit that because they never really committed themselves to doing anything. Back in my physics classes in college, there was a concept in quantum mechanics called the totalitarian principle. And this basically states that everything not forbidden is compulsory. This might be warping the meaning of it a little bit, but the way I like to think of that is if something is not physically impossible, there's probably a way to get it done. If you want something, whether it's 1 million subscribers, don't just imagine having 1 million subscribers and saying, that would be nice. You need to really sit down and think, why do I not have 1 million subscribers right now? What is the first step I need to take to getting there? What would it take to get to 1 million subscribers? How many videos would I need to make? How often would I have to upload? What kind of quality videos would I need to start making to get there? So many people just don't even think ahead. They're making their channel. They don't really know why they're making the videos they make. They're making mediocre videos and, they wonder why they don't move anywhere. You really need to take responsibility for everything in your life, good or bad. Why? Because if you have this mindset, then everything in your life is either caused by your actions or your inactions, which means on the flip side that anything can be fixed by your actions. Make sense? So just because you cause something bad doesn't mean that you can't cause something good or fix something bad. And specifically, only your actions can improve your situation. If you aren't where you want to be, know that you can get there. There are just too many people these days that have a victim mindset, and if you're one of those people, you really need to fix it. I use the example of people complaining about YouTube doesn't care about small channels, but you go and look at their channel and it's really not that good content. They think it's great, but their ego gets in the way. They refuse to improve, and they just never look at themselves and consider, well, maybe I'm the reason I'm not improving my channel. Maybe it's not YouTube. Maybe I'm the one. This type of thinking where you just look for excuses instead of actually doing something is guaranteed to make you fail. And you know what? I don't even blame a lot of these people because most of them just don't even know different. They weren't taught to think like you can change your situation. I don't know what it is, but today a lot of people seem to think that their life is out of their hands, and it's really sad. Now, the third main point I want to talk about, which you probably heard before but didn't really register, is be hard on yourself. Be your biggest critic. And I'm going to explain exactly why. I'm not just going to say it and expect you to take the advice. I guarantee you, every single one of you, myself included, has something, whether it's on YouTube or anywhere else, that they know they should be doing better, that they know they could do to improve themselves, but they don't do it either because they're procrastinating or, there's an excuse like, oh, well, that would be a lot of work. Would it really be worth it? Yes, you have to do that extra stuff. You have to go the extra mile. And this is something I struggle with. I'm not trying to say that you guys are all wrong. You know what I mean? This is stuff that everyone struggles with. And I want you to understand that it's something you need to be aware of. If there's something that you need to do and you're just procrastinating, I really want you to think about how much it's hurting yourself by not doing it. I mean, if you got this thing done and then you moved on to the next thing and you just, didn't work extremely hard overworking yourself, but if you just do these extra things that you need to do, imagine where you would be in a few months. Because once you get used to doing these little extra steps, putting in this little extra work, you get used to it. And then your baseline of quality of whatever you're doing rises and rises and rises. And this is how you get better. This is how the biggest YouTubers you see, they didn't start out making amazing videos. They just continually improved incrementally, one little video at a time. You should never accept a certain level of quality. Even if it's great, there's always something you can improve, just a little bit. I mean, if you're not improving something on every single video, you need to start doing it. I want you to look back at some work, whether it's a video or paper or anything, 3 months back, and even if just 3 months back you can't tell the difference, then you're doing something wrong. Going back a few months, there should be something in your work where you say, wow, yeah, that was pretty bad, but I'm better at it now. If you adopt this mindset of just accepting responsibility for your results, it's going to stop you and protect you from just waiting for a windfall or hoping something good happens instead of taking stuff into your own hands and making it happen. If you start to understand that it's only you who can change your situation and that you actually can change your situation, that's how you get to your goals. Now, let me be clear. I don't want to sound like a woo-woo new age person, okay? The Secret, like stuff like that, is all garbage. The Secret, if you don't know, basically says, if you just believe that you'll achieve something, you'll get there. No, that doesn't work like that at all. You see, The Secret is all about believing, but never doing, and that's not how you achieve anything. And I'm not talking about just having a positive attitude. That alone doesn't get you anywhere either. I mean, me personally, I'm driven by discontent. You might think this is weird, but I think that my channel is pretty mediocre compared to what I really know I'm capable of doing if I just put in all that work. And you're probably thinking, oh, well, wouldn't you be unhappy thinking like this, that you're responsible for all the results? No, I think it's liberating that you have so much control over your situation. And you don't have to be super successful. You don't have to be at your goal to be happy. For me, at least, as long as I'm moving towards that goal, I'm good to go. I don't have to be at the goal to be happy as long as I'm just moving forward. I think the reason most people don't think like this is that, it's painful. It's painful to realize that, you know what? The reason I'm not a success is my fault. It's so much easier to just blame other people, blame external events, blame the government, whatever, as opposed to say, you know what? I didn't work hard enough. I want you to embrace and realize the control you have and know that if you want to change something, if you're not happy where you are, what are you going to do about it? Because there is something you can do about it. You might not be able to make your situation perfect, but there's something you can do to make it better. I kind of rambled on. I hope everything I said makes sense. It's really difficult to kind of put into words, but I also want to point out that this is not something unique to me. This is, a philosophy kind of mindset that you'll hear from a lot of business coaches, from a lot of successful people, just from talking to them. They have that mindset. And going back to YouTube, this is kind of why a lot of small YouTubers will go to a big giant YouTuber and ask to do a collab and, wonder why they won't do it. And it's like, you know what? It's a completely different way of thinking. That big YouTuber has a completely different way of thinking, whether they learned it or realized it or just were brought up with it. That person is going to see that smaller YouTuber and they're going to know this person's not giving it their all. This person is really not what it takes to be a successful person. And they won't even maybe consciously know that, but they're going to shy away from that smaller YouTuber. And obviously there are other reasons. There are some people who are like, oh, well, muddier than thou, oh, well, I'm not going to associate with those small people, stuff like that. And that's some totally different thing I'm talking about. But this is also a reason why a lot of successful people hang out with other successful people. It's because they all just get it. They understand each other. I hope this video was kind of enlightening in a sort of way, not to sound too woo-woo, but I'm really interested in what you guys think about this. What are your thoughts? Is there stuff you don't agree with? Or is this something that you found has been helpful to you if you already have this mindset? I guess you could sum it all up as no excuses. If you're interested in more of these abstract type theory videos, definitely let me know and I'll be maybe making more. So you can check out some other previous videos on the right-hand side. Those links will also be in the description. I also want to point out that there is a free ebook on my website for how to improve your YouTube channel. So you can check the website out there, vidauthority.com. All links in the description. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.